Hey y'all, it's Bethany. Guess where I'm at? You guessed it. The aerobics studio at the Garlands of Barrington, coming at you with a chair standing yoga video. How's quarantine going, everybody? If you've picked up any hilarious hobbies during quarantine, I want to hear about it. Give me a call, star 41. Let me know if you need something. So today, if you would like to do this video, awesome. Grab a chair. We're going to be standing. If you'd rather not stand, then stick to the chair yoga. Although in those other videos, I do some standing as well. But today, strictly standing. Okay, I'm giving you 5 seconds to grab a chair. Something similar to this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, everybody, let's begin behind the chair. Anytime you want to challenge your balance and take your hands off the chair, that's fine, you do that. So today we're just gonna, right now we're gonna start with some breathing, and then I'm gonna move the chair around a little bit so you can see me, hopefully a little bit better. And you do what you can do, okay? So here we go. Everybody take a deep breath in through your nose. Arms come up towards the ceiling. And exhale all that stale air out. Do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Your feet are about chair width apart. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. And exhale all that stale air out. Okay. From here, we're going to roll our shoulders back and down. We are going to roll our shoulders forward. We are going to bring our shoulders up towards our ears and then drop them down. We're going to take our left ear and drop it towards the shoulder. We're going to take our index finger and gently bring it onto our temple and pull it down towards our shoulder. Gently. Do what feels good to you. If anything feels painful or a little bit too tough, then just, go easy on yourself. Be good to yourself. Take your time. Switch. Your ears dropping towards your opposite shoulder. Good. And then gently with that temple, pull gently towards that right shoulder. And again, do what feels good for you. From here, go ahead and relax. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Do it again. Bring it up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. One more time. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze back and down. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. From here, gaze over that left shoulder. And then come center, and then gaze over that opposite shoulder. And then center, look up, and go ahead and look straight away. Good. From here, everybody, let's go ahead and turn the chair if you are able to do that. And then I'm just going to turn the chair so you can see what I'm doing. You can either use the seat of the chair, and that's what I'm going to do right now, or the back of the chair for this exercise. So the next 2 things I'm going to do is cat and cow, which is a great way to stretch your back. We'll breathe along with this exercise, okay? So the first one is cat. So here I am, I got my hands on the chair, feet chair width apart. We're gonna draw our navel in and we're exhaling, doming out our back. Drawing our navel in towards our spine, looking at our belly button. Slight bend to those knees. Exhale to cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. A couple more like that. So flow through that. Exhaling, doming out that back. Drawing
drawing that navel in, and then also inhaling cow. Do it again, dome out that back, exhale. Round out that spine, angry cat. Flatten it to cow. Inhale. Good, everybody. So again, if it's kind of hard for you to be on the seat like that, then you could do that same exercise. I'm just gonna walk to the back of this chair, and you could do it like this. Rounding out and flattening. Rounding out, so we're doming out, keeping slate back to those knees, doming out that back, and then flatten for cow. So you exhale for cat, you inhale for the cow pose. Okay, let's go over to the right side of the chair. And we're gonna balance, leaving our hand on the chair if you need it for some abduction exercises. If you can, hover your hand over the chair, wonderful. We're just gonna bring it out and bring it down. Bring it out to the side and down. And then from here, we're gonna challenge ourselves. Keep our leg out, shoulders back and down. Try to bring your ears over your shoulders. So your head's not coming forward, it's coming back. Try to keep yourself in alignment. Pick a spot, catch your gaze, and then release that down. Let's try the other side. So I'm gonna walk to the other side of the chair. We'll do the other leg, okay, everybody? Bring it out and down. You can bring your hands on your hips if that feels good, or just let your hand relax. Have your hand hover or hold on to the chair. Try not to do like a real death grip to the chair. And then abduction. And try not to throw your leg out there. I think my hip just popped. Try not to just throw your leg out into space. Really try to control it. Again, pick a spot, focus. Try to keep your head back from doing this. I know I'm guilty of that too. So you try 10 to the side. And after you do 10, we're gonna hold it out to the side and breathe and hold just for balance here. Now try if you can, even if it's just for a millisecond, to have your hand hover over the chair and then release that. Good, everybody. So a little bit of balance as well as strengthening our thigh. From here, let's bring this back and then together and alternate together. If you can take your hands off the chair, then great. We're gonna bring our arms up and reach back, alternating your feet. I don't have my shoes on. You can keep your shoes on if you want, or take them off. It's up to you. So we're lunging back. Now hold this lunge position on the left leg. Shoulders back. Let's shoot our arms up and kind of lean forward, draw that navel in. Bend that knee a little bit deeper in the front if you can. And then release hands up here. Come up on that back toe, a little bit of a deeper lunge if you can. If you need to stay on that back toe, stay on that back toe. And we'll try to shoot our arms up for crescent pose. If you need to hold on, hold on. I don't want anyone wiping out. Shoot those arms overhead again if you can. And if not, maybe just one hand goes up, or maybe both hands are on the chair. Shoulders back and down, draw that navel in, inhale, and exhale. Good, everybody, let's switch. Take the opposite leg back, and we'll just get into this lunge position to start. Let's start with our arms up towards the ceiling. If you can, if not, again, one hand on the chair, one hand up. And then let's come into that crescent pose. Come up on those back toes. Bending that front knee, shoulders back and down. If you can, arms up, balance, balance. Or one hand on the chair. You can gaze up at the ceiling or straight ahead, whatever feels good to you and your neck. And then release that, bring that leg forward. Good, everybody. From here, I'm gonna turn this chair again.
And I'm gonna bring my feet out wide, if you can see my feet at the bottom. Wide stance, toes going to the corners of the room, heels down. And we're gonna shoot our arms up to star pose, and we're gonna add a squat with that, and then stand up. Add a squat, and stand up. If the squat's too much for you, you could just use the arms. If it's too hard for you to raise your shoulders all the way up, maybe you just raise them halfway. Maybe you just hang on and do the squat. Maybe you take a nap instead. Just kidding, that's not an option. 4 more squats. When you come up, squeeze your glutes and breathe. Shoulders back and down, head back. Inhale and exhale. Woo! How are we doing, everybody? Good. Okay, I'm just gonna say good for you, since I can't hear you. Okay, everybody. From here, let's turn the chair again. And let's come into, we did the crescent pose. So now let's do warrior 1. So bring, oh good, I think you can see my toes. So bring your right foot out and back, and we're going to turn our toes. We're going to try to make our stance a little bit wider if we can. If it's too tough for you, just shorter is fine. You want to try to bring your hips forward, so if you need to move your toe outward a little bit, go ahead and do that. Draw that navel in. Bend this knee. Arms come up, or one arm comes up. Breathe through this pose. And then from here, I'm going to go into warrior 2. Move my toes in the back a little bit, or you can keep them where you were. Knees bent in the front, back leg straight, gaze over the middle left finger. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. From here, take that back hand down and then high five the back wall. Reverse warrior. Gaze up at those fingers. Stretch real tall if you can. Good. And then from here, let's bring that back leg forward. And then let's switch to the other leg. Okay, so knee is bent, toes are turned in the back. Try to bring your hips, square your hips out, so if you need to adjust your foot in the back, go ahead. So your hips aren't totally turned, you want to try to keep them angled towards the mirror. Everything is in like straight, your hips are straight towards the mirror or a wall. And if you have a mirror that you can watch yourself in, that's a great idea. If you could do that, awesome. So bring those arms up, overhead, or again, we hold on. You could gaze up towards the ceiling if you want. We're breathing. And then from here, we're going into that warrior 2 pose. Gazing over that middle right hand. Bending that knee a little bit deeper if you can. And then from here, straighten out that front leg, and then high-fiving the back wall. If that's too tough for you, hold on. And breathe along with this. Everyone, and now take that back leg and come up towards the chair again. And then I am going to turn towards you. We're going to take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale again. From here, everyone, tree pose on the right side. So bringing our foot right at our shin. Sometimes you see tree pose up here towards your groin, but it's fine right at, like towards your ankle, toes going towards the ankle, shoulders back and down. Let's bring one arm up.
Draw the navel in, pick a spot, focus, balance, head back, breathe. If you want to try challenging yourself, lift that other arm. If you don't feel comfortable with this, then keep your hand on the chair. And then release that down. Good, everybody. Inhale and exhale. So from here, maybe I'll just switch the chair to this side because I'm going to do tree pose on the other side. So we can do our left foot lower again or higher. It's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. Sometimes if you have socks on, they're gonna slip down your legs, which I do. So I guess I'll just keep it a little bit lower. So shoulders back and down. If you can bring both arms up, excellent. If not, you keep that hand down, okay? Pick a spot, focus, catch your gaze, breathe, inhaling and exhaling. You can kind of sway if you want. Your branches could sway like you're a tree in the wind. If not, focus on what works for you and then release that inhaling and exhaling. Good, everybody. From here, we're going to interlock our hands in the back. We're going to try to bring our feet out wide. And if you need to hold on with one hand, hold on, then you don't interlock. If you can release those hands away from your glutes and kind of just tip forward, wide stance out, toes going towards the corners of the room, like you're gonna dive forward. If that's too much for you, you can hold on to the chair and you can bring your hands on the hip and you can just kind of lean forward, just stretching your hamstrings and then releasing that. Good, try it again. Interlock those hands in the back like this. And then I'm gonna dive forward. Woo. And then I'm gonna release that. Although my hamstrings are tight. So that's definitely not an easy thing unless you're super warmed up. Even when you're super warmed up, it might not be that easy. So you can keep a slight bend in those hamstrings while doing that. And remember, if you have to hold on, hold on. We're bringing our, because I forgot to mention this, left leg over the right. IT band stretching, lean in towards the chair, reach. Kind of bring that hip out to the side. And then release that. Let's try the other way. It's easy for me to slide my chair. It might not be easy for you to slide your chair. So you'll just have to kind of pick a spot in your place that works for you in a chair that moves easily. Remember to make sure your chair is not on a throw rug where it could go flying. Make sure it's a sturdy chair and it's in a safe spot. Good. And then release that. From here, everybody, we're still holding on if you need to, and we're coming up on your toes and then the heels. The toes and then the heels. And I'm hearing all my joints crack. I forgot to stick some music on, some background noise. So if you want to put some yoga music on, sometimes I watch, or at home, I'll do YouTube yoga videos and I'll put my Alexa on to music that I want to hear. And then I've kind of drowned out their noise. So so if there's a yoga station on your Alexa or a CD you want to put on of nice music that you like, please don't hesitate to do that to make the practice nicer and comfortable for you. Good, everybody. Okay, and then we are releasing that. Go ahead and kind of shake your feet out. From here, instead of coming up on, or coming to your heels, let's just come up on our toes. And if you can, take your hand off that chair. If not, hold on, okay? Breathe, inhale, exhale for 4, good, for 3,
for 2, and for 1. Woo, good. Shake that out again. Good, everybody. Let's roll our shoulder blades back and down. And taking a deep breath in. And exhaling out. I'm gonna move this chair here. Good. And then bring your stance wide, just like we did in the beginning. And we're coming up on the toes again, and then coming back down. And coming up on the toes again, and coming back down. And breathing, inhaling, and exhaling. Inhaling, and exhaling. And we're gonna add a squat, and we're gonna come up on the toe. And we're gonna add a squat, and we're gonna come up on the toes. Couple more like that. Squat, and toes, and squat, and toes. Good, everybody. From here we can walk our feet in together, about hip distance apart. I'm gonna push this chair forward, and I'm just gonna do a hamstring stretch, lower back stretch. That you're halfway up. If you feel comfortable, bring your hands on your shins, you can do that. If not, keep your hands on the chair. Good, and then we'll slide back up. And inhale. Exhale, fold over the chair. And then if you want a slight bend in the knees, you can do that. If not, maybe I should do this way because maybe you can't see me. So we're just kind of like the position we were in for angry cat and cow, but we're not doing that. We're just kind of hip hinging forward, bringing our hips back. Again, if you want a slight bend, you can in the knees, and we're holding this. Do what feels good for you. Because if you're gonna keep your legs straight, you might feel like, oh, that's kind of tight. So if you want to bend them, that's fine too. Good, and then come up again, inhaling. And exhaling. Good. And I'm gonna move this chair again. So from here, actually maybe I'll turn it this way this time. We are going to practice just a few more exercises before the end. We're gonna do some pretend chair sitting. So come to the front of your chair, and we're gonna do chair pose, kind of like we're seated in a chair, but I'm not gonna let you sit down. So we're gonna hover a little bit, and we're gonna stand back up. So this is chair pose in yoga. That's what that looks like. The arms come, biceps come to the ears, and then you stand back up and squeeze your glutes. If you can't raise your arms up that high, no problem. If you can only raise your arms a little bit, great. If you don't want your arms in it at all, don't leave, take your arms up. So we're coming seated down and then back up. And so we're not totally having a seat. No sitting. So just kind of hover and then stand back up, squeeze and squeeze. Let's try 4 more. 4, breathe. 3, breathe. 2, breathe. And 1, and breathe. Good. That was awesome, everybody. Okay. That was fantastic. Come to the back of the chair again, where we began. And we're gonna take a deep breath in. And we're gonna exhale, heart center. And we're gonna lean to the right. And we're gonna lean to the left. And we're gonna reach our arms up really, 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 really tall. Maybe you do a little back bend. You come straight, you release it. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale, heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on this standing chair yoga day. Have a wonderful whatever. Call us, everybody, if you need something. We miss you. Bye.